What inspired me to create the album, The Murder Cappy, was my environment, my city, our culture, our passion, paying homage to musically all the people that came before me, and letting people know it's still real out here. Like, you still gonna get murdered, checking the mail. You know, you still get murdered for nothing here. You know, Murder Cappy is inspired by polarity, positive and negative things that affect me as an artist and a man, being where I'm from. Oh man, being born and raised in New Orleans has probably fucked up my whole thought process, because we was taught to bust a head if we feel played. We was taught to not talk things through. We was taught to fuck a hoe, fuck a bitch, you know what I'm saying? We was just taught all these negative things that affect me as a man still, in a good way, in a positive way, and affect my music, and positively it affect my business practice, because I feel like, fuck, I'm gonna take what I want. If you ain't gonna give it to me, I'm gonna take it from you anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's how that affected me, being from New Orleans. The track list for Murder Cappy came about me tapping into the production and sound. So I tapped into songs that affected me and my youth, that I listened to, that I liked, that I felt was popular songs, that I felt like I wish was mine. So I made my wish come through, and some of the track lists, even like Lil Derek, it wasn't the fact that was a Lil Derek song. It was the fact that he was a iconic figure from New Orleans. And it really came about that I thought Lil Derek said something on it was Turk, but Lil Derek just sounded better, and it meant more to me, to our culture, to use him, because the world don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? The world knows Turk. So my track list just came about being influenced by all those people that I name it after. You feel me? Nayo's that affected the project tremendously, man. Like, it was shocking. It just made you realize, like, we in the Murder Cappy. You know what I'm saying? And, he died with some of the files, you know what I'm saying? So that was definitely heartbreaking to me. He passed away with a sound that we made together, that we created together. And and I lost somebody I lost a coworker that I did good business with. So it definitely, like, just affected me in a bad way, and just reminded me that we are in the Murder Cappy. Man, Duff and AD the Future, bruh, them dudes like picked up what Nayo left off in stride, bruh. And man, I gotta salute Duff on a whole nother level, because he engineered the project, he mixing the project, he told me go redo bars on the project. Like, dude was really there in the mud with me throughout the whole process of the situation, man. I'm thankful that God had these people in position to help me pick off where I left off at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta shout the people out that was there during the process of doing this, especially the producers, because they played a major part on why this project will be legendary. Definitely. Because in the meantime, too, was easier. I really went in there and recorded whatever I was going through that day. That's easy for me to do. But I had to come up with concepts. The songs had to be done in a certain manner. The beats had to be done a certain way. I just took way more time babying this project. In the meantime, too, it was just so natural to me. Like, I could make music like that every day if I go in the studio. But Murder Cappy was like about trying to make hits. It wasn't about just making what I feel. It's like making hits and making things make sense. So it just took me a lot more time on this project to tap into being a pop star, because that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to be a pop star. Trying to pull up, pop a bottle, trying to pull up, pop a few bands, trying to pull up, have my records popping. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pop you if you think you could jack me or something like that. Yeah, pow. I did do very little features on this album, but I didn't do a lot of features because I really was owning the records. and there wasn't no room for nobody else. Like my personality big on all the records, and I didn't need it. The places that I need features, I got them now. I think Viney the only feature on my album. Shout out to B.O.G. Viney. That Pimp Daddy, man. If y'all ain't got it, go download that Pimp Daddy. You heard me? It's a smash, man. R.I.P. Pimp Daddy. Pimp Daddy brother just DM me, fuck my head all the way up. And cause I ain't know who to contact to get the clearance for him to let him know what I was doing and let him know it was all out of respect. Everybody else I pretty much did. Like, you know, I got LOG and feel like Phil on the Jack. Like, you know, a lot of them dudes I know personally. I got the clearance to their family. But for him to hit me up and I tell him, man, you know, no disrespect, it was all love. And he tell me, man, it wasn't no disrespect intended. I'm glad you did that. I'm like, man, that's crazy. So like the level of where this project going at, I'm excited about it, man. And I ain't need no features, man. It's just me, man. You know what I'm saying? The artists that I named the songs after felt ecstatic about it. I called Feel Like Phil in the middle of the album. Say, Phil, I made the song name after you. Bitch, you lying. Bitch, you lying. Man, real shit, I did. So like, you know, LOG was, before I could finish asking LOG, I like, LOG, I need your blessings. Done. I was like, oh man, it's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just to have that okay from everybody, man, that's just a blessing, man. Feel like Phil told me I got direct blessings from the ancestors. Shout out to Phil, man. It don't get no realer than Phil. Uncle Phil, what up? This project, I have noticed a major level up in myself as an artist. Like, I have really learned how to cut my time in half in the studio. I really don't like the studio. And I've learned that by myself with this project. I really have learned to tap into my own culture on a different level. And I learned how to understand that everything not gonna be as pretty as you want it to be. You know, I learned God's speed. I learned the art of God's time. Yes, outside of this project, I'm working with, right now I'm working with Jag Joe. I've been doing a little something, 1, 2 a time too. Jag Joe. I just did a feature for Busy on his album. Official Mightily. That's Lil Derek's little brother. That relationship came from this project. Me and him, I just did a joint for him. Me and International T, we've been going crazy in the studio. So like this project definitely opened up the doors for me to work with people more, cause I ain't really like big on doing that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody want a feature from me, you know, get with my people and, you know, take care of them, take care of the business aspect, and then we could work it out. But if it's logic and it's somebody of who's working how I'm working, you know, and we gel, I might consider it. But for the most part, I'll be having tunnel vision on whatever I'm doing. It ain't even nothing personal. I just feel like a lot of times features could be a distraction. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel on that. Closing out, from JAYARSON, for any people that's been waiting on this project, I promise you it will be worth the wait, and I apologize, but you can't rush greatness, you heard me? You can't rush the seasoning, you can't put the stove on high, you gonna burn the beans, you heard me? You can't put the stove on high, you gonna lose out on the pot. You gonna lose everything in the pot. I ain't losing nothing in the pot. Everything coming back with this dope, it's gonna lock your jaw. It's gonna make your heart bust. You go OD on it. You go keep replaying it. You go keep replaying it. You heard me? And I apologize for making the streets wait for this dope for so long. It's JAYARSON, Murder Cappy on the way.